Okay, circle. So the minute I see circle, I always think to myself, C, R, and E. Absolutely, every single time. So I've got a circle C1 and a circle C2. So I'm just going to start putting that data into a little table, effectively. C, R, and E. Okay. So circle C1 has got this equation, so I could write that down if I wanted. Usually you're kind of working out the equation. So I mean, you don't have to, if it's given you don't technically have to do this bit, but I quite like just getting all my information off the question and into a sheet. And circle C2 has got a centre 4, -2. And you see already why it's helpful, because we're not going to confuse these two circles, that's fine. Very good. The radius of C2 is equal, so they're both the same radius. Find the equation of C2. Okay, well, if the radius is the same, I'll have to work out this radius then, won't I? So the radius equation, which is at the front of your sheet, is g squared plus f squared take away c. And these numbers here, this is 2g and 2f, and this is your c value. So I'll just zoom in a wee bit actually. Okay, so I've got the square root of -3 squared plus -1 squared, and take away c really just means you're changing the sign, because this bit here is plus c effectively, so you change the sign of the c value. Okay, so it's -26, I'm going to be adding 26. Yeah, so I've got the square root of 9 plus 1 plus 26, so the square root of 36. And at this point you think that's sounding quite good for a non-calculator paper. And yep, that means that the radius over here is going to be 6. I'll just move that up to there. And my equation, I tend to write it in this form because it looks a lot nicer. Okay. So this equals r squared, so that's going to be 36. And all you do is change the sign for the centre here. So this will be, and I'll put it in a different colour, that'll be -4 and plus 2. So whenever you get the circle questions, I always think doing a sketch is good. This one didn't really quite need a sketch, but what I did need was my CRE. I'll just zoom out again, and it just helps take all the information, put it next to whatever circle you've got, so you're not getting confused. Because there's a wee bit of word data, a wee bit of algebra, that's a word, when you do this. So just CRE helps organise it, So yeah, get used to using these two equations. The centre of this one is halving it and changing the sign. So the centre of this one would be 3, 1, FYI. And yeah, this one that's the radius squared, so we do square root this to get the radius. Whereas this one, you need to use this more complicated equation. And it's this plus c which always gets people. So all that means is you change the sign of this number, okay? Because this should be plus c at the end. So if it's a takeaway, you're taking it away. If it's a takeaway, then you're adding it, because two negatives make a positive. So just watch out for that c. Okay.